Good afternoon and welcome to the Loughborough Netball Centre here at the world famous Loughborough University. Today we will see some NBL Division 1 action as the hometown Loughborough Riders will be hosting the Derby Trailblazers here in today's afternoon's action, which will see the second place Trailblazers take on the 9th place Loughborough Riders. Both looking to get their seasons continuing forwards. Today I am joined by a player who has played and graced both teams and multiple BBL teams, winners medals around the world, a BBL trophy winner, BBL Cup winner I believe, so yeah, a guy who knows the game very well in both these teams. So yeah, good welcome to Raheem May Thompson.
Thank you very much. Tuned in for a good game today. As you said, between two teams I've actually played for before. Both of them pretty talented teams, aren't they? I know Derby without missing Josh Gademi.
Gademi is rostered to play today.
I don't think he's suited up. Yeah, he's not suited up.
Not suited up, so that'll be a big miss for Derby. Certainly a guy that gets active, averaging nearly 16 points a game. Yeah, as I said at the start of the cast, Derby sitting in second place, flying high, 5 wins in a row. Loughborough trying to get their season starting to get going a bit more. 3 league losses in a row, but buoyed by the recent victory in the L. Lynch Trophy quarter-final. So they'll be coming in with confidence as well. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what today's happened. I don't think it'll be a traditional 2nd versus 9 matchup, as you say. Both teams, lots of talent on display.
Definitely.
And players from both teams taking the knee just to show their support for the Black Lives Movement and all things equality, and then it continues and there's no place for it in the game. Again, is underway. It'll be Harrison Gamble versus Ollie Stanley for the tip. Stanley winning the tip for Derby. Derby will establish the first offence of the game. Conway looking to get us going. Smith in the high post. Conway puts it up. A little bit strong on the first shot of the game. Loughborough's right to reply. Jimenez establishing the offence.
You've got to love the way Kyle's been playing this season. Absolutely. Too so far.
It's not easy to average nearly a triple-double.
No, definitely not.
No, I mean, having a quick look at the stats last night just before the game, and it's shocking that he's the #1 rebounding guy on the team when you've got Harrison Gamble, CJ on the team, and it's Kyle that hoovers up the glass. You
wouldn't expect it, like predicting it in the pre-season, would you?
Absolutely not, but he's a tough cover, as is that man Malcolm Smith. Doesn't get it go to there, but he's a great operator in the low post. If he keeps getting in there, good things will happen for Derby.
Okay.
We do have a foul. Foul is called. Is called on CJ Hayden. Will be Derby ball. Hayden just working a little bit too aggressively off on the offensive glass there, but nice to see the intent to work hard on the glass for his team, wouldn't you say, Raheem?
You prefer your players to come out a bit over-aggressive, if anything, like set the tone. Obviously, he doesn't want to get another one, but you definitely want to start and crash the boards early like that, just to start the game right.
Exactly, and when Derby have got such a strong front court, they need to know it's not going to be an easy game on the glass. Both teams struggling to get the offences moving here early in the first quarter, but I'm sure we'll see that change very soon. Ball movement from Loughborough sees Hayden in the low post, going to work.
Oh, there you go. See him getting rewarded for being aggressive again this time though.
Yeah, the aggressive getting into the line. Much more positive outcome. Hayden, a guy who loves to be aggressive around the basket. Well, I'm sure we'll see a few dunks from him today. He doesn't leave any doubt when he's around the basket.
Definitely.
And gets us going here. First foul shot is good. Second one's often hoovered up by Ollie Stanley. Bowman thinks about it, finds Brown. Conway lets it fly. Ooh. Ball will stay with the Trailblazers. Last tip by Gamble. Both teams working hard at both ends on the glass. I think we're going to see a contest all the way through. A couple of minutes into the game, Raheem, what are your early impressions of how it's going?
Both teams struggling really to find the bucket. It can, no good. But it can be expected, you know. There's still a lot of time left. I'm sure. As soon as one of them finds rhythm, they'll be flying. And plus, they're teams that both have people that can get hot, and they can both surely score quickly. So I'm sure this isn't how the game will be the whole time for sure.
Yeah, pretty much very much the calm before the storm until, I say, the teams find the rhythm. I have to say, I think Malcolm Smith's probably a little bit unlucky that one didn't count. But yeah. Play through Arija, feeding Jonas. Nice ball movement again from Loughborough finds Gamble. That offensive tenacity on the glass, this time showed by Jonas and Hayden getting in on the act.
Still getting it.
Arija sets his feet, and when he sets his feet, it's normally pretty good from Dwayne Arija. Gets Loughborough 4-0 up early in this one. Stanley. Brown, a great floor general. Conway. I don't know if he lost the handle or if it was tipped by Hayden, but we'll give Hayden the benefit of the doubt. Jonas. Such great hang time there. Conway. Sensible decision to slow it down when he couldn't get the easy shot off.
You could see what he was trying to do. He just, if he didn't mishandle it, you could see he was trying to push it ahead one more pass, but unluckily for him.
Absolutely, I think he made the right decision. He pushed it as much as he could early. Then when the easy shot went away, he made the smart decision to recycle the ball. Oh, great effort! Kyle Jimenez taking that away. We'll go all the way to finish for two. A guy that's always in the action.
Filling up the stat line again.
Yeah, exactly. He probably thinks he's not got enough steals so far this season. I better get some of them today. Conway, Bowman. 3 points, Blake Bowman gets Derby going.
He's been playing really well.
Really well, great
this season too.
Great young talent as well, Blake. Only 19, and if we hopefully we'll get the chance to see him take off at some point today. The guy can fly. Gamble smart, going from one of the younger guys on the court to one of the older ones. Harrison Gamble showing off the pro move. Shouldn't say older, should say experience. It's probably a bit kinder. Jonas gets Stanley in the air. Hayden finishing strong. CJ Hayden takes no chances around the basket.
You did call it.
We did call it. I'm sure it won't be the first one. His Instagram feed must look good, full of dunks. Conway with a nice pass underneath, finds Malcolm Smith, who finishes for two. That's a great read from Conway. Sees the defenders step up and his man open underneath. Jonas scanning the floor of play, finds Jimenez.
Oh, nice.
Spinning. Kick out on the spin from Carl Jimenez. Looks like the foul will be on CJ Hayden. Probably just being a bit too aggressive on the offensive glass. Second foul.
Yeah, we know something. Yep, there we go.
That'll see him check out, replaced by another youngster, Victor Naduku, Charnwood College star. First NBL action of the season, but we've seen him play a little bit with the BBL Left the Riders team, and he's always produced there. So yeah, excited to see him play at the NBL level.
Definitely. And Ashley Hugo just checking in for Derby too, I think, for Charlie Brown.
Yeah, so that'll be a switch for them. Hugo coming in. A solid performer. Ollie Stanley grabbing his own rebound. Quick first step from Conway. Scoop finish, can't quite get it to go. Jimenez looking to feed Gamble. Looking to set his man up with the spin. Now he was getting to it. There you go. Twisting, turning, finding Stanley.
Had a lot of time with that shot.
Yeah, and Ollie Stanley, strong from the mid-range. If you give him that sort of time and space, he's going to punish you. Campbell on the trail.
Same can be said there.
Said can be same. Anything you can do, I'm going to try too. But this time, Harrison stepping out to the three-point line.
You give Harrison that much time and space, I feel like it's automatic.
Pretty much. You can't leave him open. Coming off a 28-point game last week as well, so he's full of confidence right now.
Oh, jeez.
A lack of communication there. I think we just saw in action that it's Victor's first game at NBL this season.
Ooh,
Jonas with the tough finish. Basket will count. Jimenez sneaking an assist in there as well, I think. Got to keep him going if he's going to keep averaging 11 a game.
Definitely. See, and like we said, even though, like you said, it's a second versus 9, but you'd never tell. You wouldn't be able to tell from watching it so far anyway. I mean, there's still lots more to go, of course.
Yeah, I think we've. As a timeout has been called here by Coach Shaw. 4:17 left to play in the first quarter. It's only a 6-point game, and I think in a lot of ways it feels even tighter than that. Both teams contesting on the glass, both teams playing hard defense, making it tough for the other side. So I feel like this is going to be a close one all the way. And these teams have history in that, both league games being very close last season. I mean, if you're in the timeouts now, what sort of things are you saying to the two teams, Raheem?
I think for Loughborough they can just tidy it up a little bit. You saw like a little bit of miscommunication on some things, but when the ball's in Kyle's hands, he's usually attacking, and if it's not him getting to the basket, he's finding something. And he's already got a couple assists here, early, and he's just putting his imprint on the game in other ways too, like with the steal you saw. But as you said, I think it's just a lack of focus. I think for both teams, it's a bit lackadaisical as the start of the game might go, but I'm sure it'll be a lot tighter, and I think for players like Malcolm Smith, you'll see him start to get going as well. He's had a few early chances, but I'm sure will begin to drop for him.
Absolutely. I think one word you mentioned earlier on is rhythm, and I think both teams are still trying to find that. And maybe the stop-start season working against them a little bit right now. But yeah, when these guys on both sides light it up, we could, the score could rack up very quickly.
Definitely.
We'll see Jonas head to the line to see if he can finish off his three-point play. Jonas Diderick over 90% from the free throw line, so yeah, always a good chance that was going to go in. Here you go. Smith in the high post. Finds Bowman. Rims out. Out of the timeout, we've also seen Greg Wild check in for Loughborough for the first time this evening. Another Charnwood star, a guy that got a little bit of playing time last week in the BBL for Leicester Riders as well against Glasgow. And Gardner excited to see as if we planned it beforehand. He hits the three right as we told him he had to.
Making an imprint as soon as he gets in.
Absolutely. Only played one game so far this season for the Loughborough Riders, but played well. And a guy we're excited to see today. Malcolm Smith. That just felt like vintage Smith right there. Got his man in the air. That mid-range shot on the turn. Felt good even before it left the hands. Never mind as soon as it did. Wild, quick first step. Oh. Pass finds its way to Gamble.
Like you said, just a lack of concentration, really. Just little things, easy things that they can fix.
Absolutely. And while the passes didn't land, you always got to be happy when your team's looking to create ball movement and opportunities for each other. As we see Smith pull up in the high post. Shot is short, but it will stay with the Trailblazers. We'll make a couple of switches as we see Bowman and Stanley check out, replaced by Charlie Brown returning alongside Jake Chilver for the first time this afternoon. Baseline inbound for Derby. Can't get it in. 5-second violation. Not seen one of those for a while. A collector's item.
Thought that might have been a little bit quick, maybe.
Maybe a little bit quick or harsh, and potentially the changes, the substitutions, Derby not quite on the same page as the guys already on the floor on that play. Duku turning around. Fantastic leap from Iberia, who gets up and grabs that rebound, showing the springs. Hugo gets his man in the air. We'll head to the line for 2 shots. Foul is called on Jonas Dieterich. Once he got in the air and he'd been taken out of the game by Hugo, had to foul to stop him from scoring. But it is only Jonas's first foul.
Hugo's often driving to the basket pretty aggressively too. He's always wanted to get in there, so it's hard to try and contain him sometimes.
Yeah, and hard to stay in front of him. He's got a wide array of moves and finishing moves as well. It's hard to stay in front, as Jonas found there.
Maybe not so nice with the finish and with the free throw touch though.
It's his first one of the night. I'm sure this one will be a completely different story. I've obviously jinxed it. Malcolm Smith called for the foul. Another offensive foul going after rebounds. We've seen a few here this afternoon. Both teams knowing the importance of challenging on the glass. See Joe Bielak on the court for the first time for the Loughborough Riders. Duku left alone, but not able to punish the Trailblazers for leaving him. Brown, feeding Smith. When he gets one-on-one in the low post, you feel it's going to be tough to cover Smith. I think one of the best operators in this level for a few seasons now.
If he gets that deep on the block, it's usually going to be a guaranteed bucket for him.
Yeah, and it's something, trying to set him up one-on-one will be a big pity of what Derby try and do today.
For sure, he's one of their go-to guys night in and night out for them. If Loughborough can just convert, they're getting good chances. If they can just hit some of these open shots, and just keep this lead ahead, then I'd have them for being favourites. But if they keep letting each possession slip by, then it could be a long night.
Yeah, I think unfortunately Hugo dribbles the ball out, but yeah, I think going back, Loughborough is showing lots of ball movement, looking to really get the ball moving and zipping around and getting good looks.
That's it. Every single shot's been an open shot. It's been a shot that they probably want to take 10 out of 10 times. It's just converting them at the end of the day.
Absolutely. It's those sort of open shots that you want. And we'll see Malcolm Smith get his first rest of the ball game. Captain Ollie Stanley checking back in for Derby.
We've got Derby in a 2-3 zone here.
Yeah, it looks like they switched up the defense. Maybe a bit wary of all of Loughborough's open offensive rebounds and looking to, maybe a bit more difficult to get on the glass as Bielak steps out of bounds.
And Loughborough, been pressing for a little while too. I imagine they just want to make them speed it up, make them speed it up, bring the ball up, and maybe even just wind some of the time off the shot clock too.
Yeah, and make Derby have to play a little bit more offense without, getting all the way up to the front court and then establishing it there. Great effort on the floor from Chilver. Iberia can't get it to go. Wild, nice handles, finds Gamble. Finds the ball across to Bielak, who hits for 3. Joe Bielak, another open shot, like you said, Raheem.
Exactly.
Ball movement from Harrison.
They're breaking that zone apart. They're finding the right looks and they're driving and finding the right people. And if as long as they keep making open shots, then I can't imagine the game being too difficult for them offensively. As long as Derby stay in the zone, that is.
And as we speak, Derby, great offensive play as well. Great find and finish at the basket for 2. Cuts it to a 7-point ball game with only 15 seconds left in this first quarter. Jimenez slowing it down, looking to take the final shot of the quarter.
Oof, that's unlucky. Okay.
Jimenez puts it up, rims out, grabs his own rebound. And almost links up with Nduku for the buzzer-beating finish, but can't get it to go.
Great vision by Kyle by Jimenez to find Victor.
Yeah, and I think it's that vision that's helped him, lead the lead in assists so far this season. Often, I think in last season and in previous seasons, played off the ball a little bit with the other guards, but has, completely thrived and flourished playing at the point guard position this season, as his stats suggest.
Definitely.
Obviously, it's only a 7-point ball game after the first quarter. Raheem, obviously, the timeout we spoke about. Loughborough, being a bit more concentrated and a bit sharper with the ball. At the end of the first quarter, what do you think, Coach Shaw is saying to his Derby side?
I think for what they've been getting it to the right guys in the right situations, and I think they've just been unfortunate to not finish some of their chances. But they're getting their good looks to the guys they want in the right positions. So I imagine those shots will drop too, and certain players will get hot. And what have we got so far? I imagine other players will hit shots too. So their offense will come.
Yeah, I think Derby have probably tried to be a lot more aggressive in terms of going inside. That not fully coming to fruition at the moment, with points in the paint being level between the sides. But yeah, certainly looks like they're being a much more aggressive in line. That would make sense when your front line is Smith and Oliver Stanley, and obviously Bowman can get inside as well. So yeah, makes sense. And Loughborough, working a bit more on the perimeter based on that ball movement that they love to do.
I mean, they're getting the open looks. I'd keep, as I said before, if they keep staying in the zone, then they keep with the space, and I think they keep bringing a man to the high post and opening up the whole defense. So they always end up with an open look.
I mean, if that continues to happen, if you're Derby, are you looking to come away from that zone, Raheem, or would you leave it in and see what happens?
I suppose maybe see how it happens. But if they keep getting open shots like that one there, then I'd begin to, even though they're missing some of them, I'd be wary about staying in the whole game, just because players like Joe B will make those shots if he's left open that much in the game.
Absolutely, Loughborough got lots of three-point weapons, and Ollie Stanley showing a bit more old school moves, going inside, finishing for two. When the offense has been slow, I'm a big fan of going inside, getting the offense going inside first and opening up the floor for the other guys.
It's definitely a surefire way to get a more certain shot, and something going to the basket I always prefer is a bit easier, and then it allows you to do other things off of that too. But it's always nice to start a game that way. Absolutely,
and yeah, if you can get that defense just to shrink in a little bit more, the shooters that you do have will find themselves that just a little bit more open.
Definitely, it opens up the whole game if you can establish that early.
And in terms of three-point percentage, these teams are very similar. So even though Loughborough have probably put up a lot more so far, Derby are a team that can punish you from three as well.
Oh yeah, they definitely have some shooting talent too. I think, as we said, they've got the more old school approach. I think they'll work their way inside first and try and grind you down, and then you'll see the three-point shot being knocked down more so.
Ooh. Stanley on the buzzer, tough shot, a little bit short. Wild, one-man fast break.
Ooh, that's the charge, yeah.
Looked like a pretty stonewall charge there, well taken by Ollie Stanley. You've still got to set your feet and take it. That's a great stand from him, read the offensive player and just set his feet and took the hit. Greg Wild maybe showing a little bit of youth there. Trying to force the fast break when he was on his own. Hugo sizes his man up, finds Stanley inside. Finds Hugo, who lets it fly. Hits for three. That's Hugo, cuts it to a 2-point ball game. So Derby starting the second quarter a lot faster than they did the first. Kanuga's in the game for Loughborough. Attacking the middle. That's a great move. Can't finish with the left, but Gamble keeping it going. Will finish for two off the offensive glass. Harrison can do more than just hit threes. Old Harrison. Here we go. Inside once again.
Oh.
Probably one of the most active players in the game so far. Feels like he's always being aggressive.
Yeah, he's always around and doing something positive for Derby.
Oh, great pass on from Conway, even while falling over. Bowman probably took off before looking a little bit there. Not able to find the pass. Skip pass from Gamble, finds Belak, lines it up.
Unlucky.
Bowman will grab that board. Great in and out dribble. Gets to all the way to the basket, can't finish, but will head to the line for two. And if you're Derby, you've got to love the luck of that. Bowman sizes his man up and being aggressive and taking him to the basket.
Reminds me of me in my younger days at Derby.
Or you in your current days when you're fit. So while the timeout and it's come up, so obviously not playing this season due to injury. Tell people at home how the recovery is going and a little bit about where you are in terms of coming back.
So after, I think about a month after I did tear my Achilles, I had surgery, and then for the next 2 months I was in a cast. So I've just got out the cast, so I'm back in this boot, and I think I'm back in here for a couple of weeks, and then should be able to start like rehab and things like that, and then hopefully be able to back to running again and kind of working out. Hopefully I can work out by the summer and that, and then work on coming back for next season. Oh,
fantastic! I know lots of British basketball fans, Riders fans, and fans elsewhere will be really excited to see you back on the floor. Obviously having a career that's in multiple BBL teams in France as well, so got to see a little bit of the world.
Yeah, definitely.
Fantastic. Currently studying here at Loughborough University, a master's course, so mixing basketball with study, as so many players have done before you, and obviously not had too much playing this year, but how have you found the balance between study and rehab?
It's okay so far. I mean, it's nothing I'm not used to too. I lived in America for 6 years and went to high school and university over there while playing basketball as well. So it reminds me of the old days, I guess.
Makes you feel young. Yeah.
For sure.
Both teams checking back into the floor out of the timeout. Bowman will head to the line out of the timeout. See if he can get his 2 to go. 7:15 left to play. Loughborough Riders 24, Derby Trailblazers 20. So a close game here. First shot is off. Bowman will be looking to make the second and cut the deficit. And out of the timeout, Loughborough have made a switch, seeing Chester Morell check into the ball game for the first time. Shot is a little long. Gamble cleans up. Morell, another 3-point shooting option for Loughborough. So guys checking out, but it's still going to be similar play from Loughborough. Lots of ball movement, finding open shots. Whether it's Belak, who's now sat down, or Morell, or Gamble, or Jonas, or Kyle, the game plan never changes for them.
No, definitely. They've got so many options, and lots of the players on the Loughborough team can shoot. There's rarely anyone that there's not many people that can't really knock down 3-point shots.
Charlie Brown left open, and he will punish you. 3-point shot cuts it to a 1-point ball game. A great floor general, Charlie Brown, averaging 6 assists a game, so he knows how to find players when they're open, but when it's him open, he'll still finish it too.
He's a great player. I remember seeing him when I was actually playing at Derby. He was playing for the youth teams, and he was a standout from that level, of course, playing against kids his
right
own.
On cue, he throws a 3/4 length pass to find Bowman at the basket for 2, gets Derby up here. 6:15 in the second left to go in the second quarter. Bowman running the floor extremely well to get the easy basket in transition. Jimenez finding Gamble with fantastic pass, jumping, spinning, bounce pass. Still finds Gamble. Great find from Jimenez.
When you average 11, every couple got to be done in extra style like that, I guess.
And not to be outdone, Jacob Conway hitting the 3 at the other end, getting Derby up 2. Derby coming out, nice. A lot of firepower. Jonas, lovely floating finish again off the find from Jimenez.
That's just where you want to get it to when they go into that zone. When you hit that high post and expose it like that, you get a good look off of it. If not for you might open up something for your teammate on the other side of the floor.
Exactly. You make the defenders make a decision. Do they step to you and leave somebody else open, or do they let you open? That time it was Jonas open and he punished it. 3-point shot, no good for Conway. Good, sir.
As we see, the pace of this game is definitely just quickly picked up as we see both teams just flying in baskets.
Absolutely. I think both teams have found a bit more of that rhythm we spoke of earlier. And the pace has naturally increased as a result. Brown. Bowman looks inside. Got the double post option, goes to the high post. Stanley. Spins. Strong move, Ollie Stanley under pressure, finishing for 2. Again, if you're Derby, you've got to love that when Stanley's getting to go one-on-one against a guard like Jimenez. You've got to be confident of the outcome there. Good skip pass to Jimenez. Ball movement. So he's good to kick out to Jimenez. Nice. Working the full shot clock to find Gamble open. Splitter with the offensive board.
Perfect ball movement though. That's the shot they would. That's the shot they would have wanted like 10 times, 9 out of 10 times, 10 out of 10 times. And Harrison wide open.
And showed great composure because that shot didn't come until 1 second left on the shot clock. But none of the players, panicked when it got to sort of the 5 second barrier, which often happens.
It was very calm and unselfish too, because I think Kyle probably could have took one himself, but he chose to not take a semi-contested one and gave up for a fully open one.
As he finds an open gamble at the basket, Charlie Brown once again looking up the floor and finding that man once again, Blake Bowman running the floor, unable to finish. Liam Johnson.
Nice.
The tip back finish from Jonas Diedrich. We'll head to the line for one more. As CJ Hayden checks back in, it's actually Jonas getting on the offensive glass. And Coach Shaw decided to call a timeout for Derby. 3:57 left in this second quarter. Only a 2-point game now. Derby cutting the deficit and having a better offensive quarter. So I guess that puts the onus back on Coach Jarom in the Loughborough team. What sort of stuff are you saying if you're Jarom to maybe try and turn the tide a little bit?
I think they just need to pick it up defensively. Derby are getting. I'm sure their points in the paint must be higher by now. It feels like they're getting in there and working them out inside. But I mean, offensively speaking, they're doing what they're supposed to, and they're finding all the great looks. So it's just more. I think he'll probably be emphasising more defensively how they can improve and be better.
Yeah, definitely. I think Derby have been going inside. They've got 14 points in the paint already, and that's opened it up. Obviously, Brown hit a 3, Conway hit a 3, and that was probably opened up by the Loughborough defence just shrinking that little bit and giving them the opportunities which they took gratefully.
And it is hard though. I mean, it's hard not to help when like you said, some of the forwards for Derby, they're so strong and they're so good at getting to the basket. It's hard to leave guys in one-on-one positions. You want to go and you want to give some help, or at least give some presence that you're there. And I think you can often find with that, it has opened up the 3-point shots that have gone in for them as well.
I think not only that, but also the guards that Derby have been using that have been able to get from the 3-point line to the basket in the blink of the eye, like Bowman showed when he sized his man up. Ugo's been doing it regularly as well. The Loughborough guys probably want to take that extra half step inside the 3-point line just to help out. See if Jonas can finish off his 3-point play. He does. Feels like it's automatic when Jonas is at the line. But now, of course, miss his next one. Now I've said that. Abirio.
Oh.
Shot is a little long.
Someone leave the door open.
Will bounce out. Smith working hard at half court. Tips it. Pulled in by Bowman. Finishing through the contact. That's a tough finish. Blake Bowman through Harrison Gamble, or over Harrison Gamble. We'll head to the line for one more. That's all comes from the effort on half court from Malcolm Smith, tipping the ball as Derby extended the defence. Bowman on the line for just the one shot. Finishes it off, Blake Bowman. 3-point play to reply with Jonas's 3-point play. Loughborough escaped the press that time. Jimenez gets the ball back. Finds Jonas in the corner. Jimenez can't get it to go. Liam Johnson grabbing the offensive board. Jimenez drops it off to CJ Hayden. Finishing at the basket. Make sure the cameraman saw him on the baseline. He'll be going to the line for one more. Tough finish through the contact. Hayden being very aggressive anytime he gets an opportunity around the basket, and when Jimenez dropped the ball off, it was only going to go one place. But when you're a forward, Raheem, if you get that ball inside dropped off by the guard, that's a dream, isn't it? Yeah,
definitely. The ideal situation is where you don't even have to dribble it and you can just step right into it and raise up and hopefully dunk it usually. But even if you just have to like one dribble it, gather yourself and go, those are the perfect situations. It's just given to you on a plate, really.
Fantastic. Ugo showing off his ability to break down the defenders again. Ball movement, Obiria. Bowman steps back. Offensive
big
rebound.
rebound.
Oliver Stanley, big rebound indeed. Iberia grabbing it on the second offensive rebound. Bowman gets a screen from Chilver and gets all the way.
Travel.
And is called for the travelling violation as he loses his footing. Almost got the pass off in time, but not quite able to. Derby extend the defence again. Loughborough get out it a lot easier that time. Jimenez, quick ball movement. Johnson lets his man fly past him and then kicks out. It's a good look from Jonas, doesn't go down, but you've got to be happy with the open look. Bit of miscommunication from Derby there. Man ended up coming short and Chilver passed the ball long. Double switch from Trailblazers. We'll see Iberia and Ugo check out, and Brown and Conway check back in. Only a 2-point ball game. 2 minutes 20 left in this first half, and it's been a bit of back and forth game so far. Wouldn't you say?
You can't really tell who's going to come away with the victory as of yet. It's been both of them going back at it between themselves.
Ball movement finds Jimenez open. And he hits that. Carl Jimenez, a man you definitely cannot leave unguarded at the 3-point line. Leading the team in multiple different ways. Loughborough falling back into a zone as well now. Looking to change up the defence a bit. Ollie Stanley, offensive glass, puts it straight back in. Having a fantastic season so far and continuing that today. Charlie Brown reading the pass, takes it away. Conway back in the baseline. Foul is called. Beyond Jonas Diderik will send Conway to the line for 2 shots. Also Hayden check out, replaced by Nduku. 1 minute 22 left in this first half, so CJ getting a breather before we go into the half-time break. Conway will be looking to make both of these and cut it to a 1-point ball game. Can't get to the first to go. Looking to line up the second. Second one rims out as well. But heading to the line came off a great offensive move for him. He saw his defenders on his heel and was aggressive to get to the line. Mizuki. Heading to the line at the other end.
Perfect. Rewarded for finding the middle again. Like as soon as you get it in there, it exposes the defense, and if you can get from that high post down like towards the basket, you're going to get rewarded for it with either like a bucket or a foul.
Absolutely. I think the one thing that Nduku did really well, and they wasn't just stood in the middle, he cut hard through the middle, and the defenders struggled to react to it in time to stop him getting to the line. See if Victor can make these count. First one a little long. As we see, Dwayne Arita has checked back in for Loughborough Riders. Victor will be looking to get this one to go. And does. Pushes it out to a 4-point lead. 1 minute 5 left in the half. Brown gets it across half court for Derby. Finds Conway. Lovely little jab step move. Gets him all the way to the basket. Finishing with 2. That's a great move from Jacob Conway. Came all off the footwork on the 3-point line. Arija. Johnson. Jimenez finds Johnson. Gamble grabbing the offensive board. Loughborough will look to use the clock and move it. Finds Jimenez. Goes in, but unfortunately hits the cable above the basket, so will not count. Out of bounds, so will be Derby's ball. Loughborough extending the defence to make them use the clock and not, allowing them to roll it and advance the ball. Conway showing that great footwork again. Brown. Chilver. Oh, denied by Harrison Gamble.
Oh, that was a big block. HD getting that out of here.
Yeah, don't get to see it often, so he'll enjoy that one. He'll probably tell us all about that one later. Brown finds Conway. Derby using as much of the clock as possible. Stanley just holds for the shot clock violation. I think he'd rather have that and allow the defence to set than to necessarily take a bad shot, which might give Loughborough some broken offence. And with that, Coach Jaron calls a timeout. 3.6 left in the game. What sort of play are you running here, Raheem?
Well, plenty of time to get a good look too. I'm sure especially if Derby are in this zone, it might be a bit harder to set something up, but if they can get someone open and get a good look, I imagine with how many weapons they got, it'll be a great option for them anyway.
I mean, if you were Derby, they've obviously been in the zone for most of the game so far. 3.6 seconds. Would you maybe throw something different that Loughborough might not be expecting? Maybe try and catch them off guard?
Yeah, just so they can't maybe plan for it, because I'm sure right now in the timeout they are planning on the play against the zone to like pin some men against the zone open so they can get spaced for an open shot. But I imagine that's what they are planning for. But it would be a good plan for Blazers to maybe come out and throw something different at them, maybe a different type of zone or a man completely, just to throw them off in whatever they might be planning right now.
Be interesting to see what both teams do here in the 3.6. Always interesting to see what happens out of a timeout. Loughborough.
They do have quite a while to advance the ball, though.
Yeah, they've got to go a long way to get the ball off. But 3.6 seconds is a long time.
It's more than enough time to get something good, though. Still.
Arija will inbound. Interesting that all the Loughborough players starting in the backcourt. Naduku gets a good look.
Oh, unlucky.
Rims out. That's a good look for Loughborough at the end of the first
Definitely.
half. And we have got a close game. It's going to be a close one all the way through. As we said at the start, two teams competing hard. Loughborough Riders 39, Derby Trailblazers 37 here at the half. Only a two-ball game. And I guess, Raheem, what would you say are your first half takeaways so far?
Still, anyone's game really. It's up for grabs for both teams. I'd like to imagine if Loughborough would have hit some more open shots, they probably would have cut this game open quite a bit, maybe with a 10-point or a 15-point lead. To say, with how many good looks they've had, they've missed. I don't know, I've lost count of how many open shots that they've missed. Exactly. But then I suppose the same can be said for Trailblazers too. They've got their good looks in their post, which are their go-to looks, and they've just some shots have been a bit unlucky and just rimmed out. But they've gotten the ball. Both teams are getting to where they want to. It's just the execution that's missing right now.
Absolutely. I think you're 100% right. Both teams probably not too disappointed with how their offense is going, because they're getting the things they want, but maybe just not executing the final shot and the final part of the offense. But yeah, I guess if you keep doing good things, eventually good things will happen. I guess a few quick first half stats for you. So the leading scorers for both teams. So leading Loughborough so far and playing the whole game. No rest so far for Harrison Gamble, leading the team with 11 points. And then for Derby Trailblazers, we have Blake Bowman leading the way with 10 points and being really aggressive when he gets the opportunity to attack his man one-on-one. So both players starting the game really strong. Really exciting to see how that progresses in the second half. So from myself and Raheem, we're going to have a little break here, and we'll catch you all ready for the second half of what is going to be a close game all the way through. Thank you. And we're back, ready to get this second half underway here at the Loughborough University Netball Centre, home of the Loughborough Riders, as they're hosting the Derby Trailblazers. Ready to get our second half underway. A close, competitive game so far. Sees Loughborough with a slight advantage, 39, Derby Trailblazers 37. And I think we're going to probably see a close game all of the way through. It'll be Derby to get us going and Charlie Brown to inbound. Arija putting some pressure on Conway to try and make the inbound pass a little bit more difficult and maybe look at a different option. Derby still get the ball to him anyway. It was only a soft press. Derby looking to run the 4-high offence, getting the 2 post players in action early. Stanley from the mid-range. Little short. Jimenez
another rebound,
grabbing the rebound. Yeah. Carl Jimenez active in all columns. Half the time I think when he misses a shot he's doing it on purpose to grab the rebound. He's filling it up that much. Jimenez. Direct spin move. Grabs his own rebound.
Oh, again.
And gets it to go. I think the hometown roll on the second chance.
See, both teams have changed up and got started with man.
Yeah, and Bowman gets to the baseline.
Oh, nice.
Lovely Euro step. What a bound to beat his defender and get right at the basket, Blake Bowman. Smart move. Jimenez looking to get things running. Arija. Jonas puts it up.
Oh, unlucky.
A little short, but a balanced open shot you're happy for him to take. The same from Stanley from there. Feels like one of his spots that he's normally money from. Jimenez.
Good take.
Great take. What I love about that, he just got the shoulder in there a little bit into the chest to create enough separation to get the shot off, but not too much that it was going to be an offensive foul.
He recognised that Oliver Stanley is probably going to block that shot, so he got into his body early and didn't even give him the opportunity to get to him.
Charlie Brown replying with a 3, cuts it to a 1-point ball game. You're exactly right. Stanley leads the league in block shots, so he's gonna try and get after it as much as he can. So yeah, great finish. Jimenez tries to go through the legs. Probably a little bit fortunate that Stanley uses his feet to stop it and they'll keep the ball. Would have been a Showtime play if he'd pulled it off.
Yeah, he was unlucky with that, but I've seen him hit that plenty a couple of times, that's for sure. Oh.
Conway, strong rebound.
Unlucky. Gambled for it.
Yeah, Jimenez probably caught reaching a little bit there. Saw the ball and just couldn't help himself. Trying to get it.
Hand in the cookie jar.
Yeah, that's what they say. Charlie Brown establishing the offence. Hand off from Malcolm, finds Conway, gets it back at the basket. Smart rebound from Gamble, couldn't get it on the first time, so tipped it off the backboard to himself to pull it in. Showing off his experience. Ball reversal for Riders. Jimenez off the ball screen. In and out dribble, showing off the handles, and the scoop pass to Hayden.
Unlucky with the finish, but good save.
Jimenez, finding Diderich off the save. Tough finish at the basket, can't go for Jonas. Bowman coming away with it for Derby, who'll look to attack the middle. Just to have travelled with it. Tough to see from up here whether he did travel or not, but judged to by the referee. But you got to love the fact that he was looking to be aggressive and get the ball to the basket there.
For sure. You've seen him being aggressive in the first half when he's in the same situation there. Almost catches his man sleeping and goes one-on-one and gets to the basket. That time he was unlucky not to convert.
Oh, a lovely 3-man basketball from Loughborough. Jimenez hitting the guy coming off the screen, Jonas, who then finds the screener rolling to basket. Hayden finishing for 2. Great team basketball. Ballman finds Bowman, quickly sets his feet, gets it off, hits for 3 and ties it up. 45 apiece here, 6.5 left in the third quarter of NBL Division 1 action. Jimenez. Orija. Kick out, finds Hayden.
A little flat.
A little bit flat on the release. Hayden probably operates most of the time a bit closer to the basket than that. But you've got to keep the offense.
Great keeping it alive, though.
Yeah, Loughborough working hard and eventually getting a foul.
I think these last 2 possessions they've often got 3. They've often got 3 shots or 2 shots, or they've got multiple rebounds on their misses.
Absolutely, putting their bodies flying everywhere. It feels like probably buoyed a little bit from the win last weekend, but also knowing it's a local derby game that you want the bragging rights when it comes to these games. They're going to put everything on there. Harrison Gamble with a smooth turnaround finish. Stanley finding that high post position, doesn't get it to go. Jimenez finding Jonas running the floor.
Lucky.
Charlie Brown reading it and taking it away. Bowman. Brown left open, he's going to put that up. Rims out this time, but that's a good look for Charlie Brown. He's hit a few already.
Definitely not someone you want to give a look like that all the time to.
Absolutely, a guy that will normally punish you in that situation. Derby will make a switch. Oliver Stanley would check out, replaced by Ugo. Derby going with a little bit of smaller lineup here. What do you think they're looking to get out of that, Raheem?
Maybe just for defensive purposes, or to just try and something different and change the way Loughborough is approaching this game.
Okay, so
great move.
Jimenez, it just to open up in front of him. Then I think Smith was scared of the pass.
They just parted like the
I think Smith went to cut off the pass and it never came, and it allowed Jimenez to get all the way to the basket. Finishing for 2, Ugo. Skip pass from Smith, finds Bowman, puts it up. Hits for 3, Blake Bowman. Not normally a high volume 3-point shooter, but hit a few already today. The top scorer of this Derby side. Jonas gets it back from Jimenez. Even with 2 defenders, CJ Hayden coming up with the offensive board. That pass kept in by Gamble, but can only keep it in to a Trailblazer. Smith spinning, one-handed finish. Just rims out. Great move, but not able to finish it off. Feels like the scoreboard's stuck for a couple of minutes now, Raheem. So in this situation where the scoring has potentially slowed a bit, it feels a bit more frantic. What are you looking to maybe do to get that scoreboard ticking over again?
Personally, I'd probably try to get in a position I'd like to score in, or somewhere where I'd find some success in. Probably like somewhere inside or around the elbow area, just something a go-to, especially with, I think Derby have gone back into the zone. If they can get into the middle again, I think they can maybe open them up and start to score like they were before, or even there with a shot from Greg Wild.
Greg Wild gets it going. He's got a habit of today of checking in and scoring with a 3 with his first touch of the ball off the bench. Maybe Mark should keep checking him in and out just so he keeps doing it.
Another, as you said, charmable prospect from we got Will coaching, Will Maynard coaching there, one of my friends and ex-teammates too. Yeah,
absolutely. I think Will will be trying to take all the credit for his shooting ability. Obviously, Will a great shooter as well. Hayden being aggressive. Loving the way that he's approaching today's game, CJ Hayden. Aggressive once again, will head to the line for 2 more. Feels like when he's playing, it's all action all the time. Trailblazers making a switch. Brown will sit down, replaced by Conway. We'll see if Hayden can get these 2 to go. Loughborough currently 4 points up. Makes the first. After that, he'll probably feel pretty relaxed on this one. Gets it to go. Makes them both. CJ Hayden. When he's drawing the foul and making both free throws, it makes him a tough cover. Bowman showing off his ability, explosiveness, not just the leap, but the speed of it to get to the basket. Slightly different from Derby. We've not seen Bowman fill that high post spot yet today, but made great work of it there. Jimenez.
Nice take.
Fantastic take from Kyle Jimenez. Able to get enough space to get the shot off, finishes off the glass. Gets Loughborough up to 6 here, 2 minutes 50 in this third quarter left to play. Conway. Here we go. Ugo. Spins. Kicks out. Ball movement finds Ugo in the corner. Under pressure from Naduku. Will he get it off? Oh. Loughborough will be very happy with that defensive stand. The bench on its feet, showing their appreciation for the efforts of the guys, not allowing Derby to get a shot off. Derby will make a switch. Oliver Stanley checks back in. Ugo will sit down. Derby going away from the smaller lineup that they did have on the floor. Jonas. Jimenez sending CJ into the low post.
Okay. Oh.
Victor in the high post. Spin move. Little head fake and shot. Jonas working hard on that offensive glass again and finishing for 2. Second chance points again for Loughborough.
Certainly keeping the game alive through that.
Absolutely. And Loughborough up to 16 second chance points already in this ball game. When you've only got 58 points, that's a massive stat. Great hands from the Loughborough defense, active hands. Jonas. Hits for 3, Jonas Diederick.
Yep. You've got to expect Trailblazers to call the timeout.
Yeah, Coach Shaw wanting to stop this run as Loughborough get up 8. We're talking over team, 1:36 left to play in this third quarter. Derby are down 8, it's only 8 points, there's still a whole quarter to play. What are you expecting Coach Shaw to say to his team?
You just want to tighten it up on defense. They need to get it going themselves too, because both teams were struggling to score, and they haven't been able to score, and now they're letting Loughborough score against them. So they just need to. Yeah,
both teams. I think it was Loughborough 49, Derby 48 for a long time, and Derby have only got 1 basket since then. Loughborough able to loosen the strings a little bit and get it going. So I think it's potentially a little bit from the defensive end. Obviously, Jonas' 3 coming off the steal at the other end and points off the takeaway will be massive. But yeah, as we mentioned, getting on the offensive glass and working hard. Second chance points for Loughborough. 18 second chance points in an 8-point game. That's a big stat.
That's definitely a big stat.
So
all those extra shots, it equals out on the other end for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think Derby will probably be looking to take that away. But I think sometimes that can happen if you're in his own defense. Sometimes harder to find the offensive men to block them out and box them out and get the rebound sometimes. See how Derby come out of the timeout. Loughborough just offering a soft press. Bowman with a head of steam. Kicks out. There we go. Conway. Got enough space to get it up. Smith. Swings through, gets the foul. Will head to the line for 2 shots. That's a smart play from Smith. Saw Naduku's hand out there, and yeah, Naduku couldn't resist once the ball was near him.
Made him pay for it there.
Exactly. An experienced move from Malcolm Smith. Head to the line to look to cut the deficit. Makes the first. Derby hoping to improve upon the free throw shooting from the first half, where they were 1 of 7. Makes them both. Bowman offering a bit of full court pressure to the ball handler. Jimenez. Duke attacks the middle.
Nice. basket. Oh, unlucky with the finish though.
Finish, but Loughborough once again getting that offensive rebound. Getting another opportunity. Find Wild in the corner. Can't get it to go. Conway.
Oh.
Calls for the travelling violation. Big defensive stand, Victor Nduku. Doesn't allow him to get the shot off. Nothing for Conway to do other than land with the ball, creating the turnover from the defence. Less than a minute here in this third quarter at the Loughborough Netball Centre. Loughborough Riders leading 61, Derby Trailblazers 52. Jimenez gets the screen, finds Greg Wild, cut into basket on the weak side. It's a great cut, it's a good finish under pressure, but the find from Jimenez once again. Conway. Wild at both ends, finds it. 12 seconds left, plenty of time. Gamble steps into it.
Unlucky.
Once again, another offensive rebound for Loughborough.
And then,
and it finds its way out. Wild. Belak can't get it off in time.
You keep thinking though, if they get that many, keep getting that many looks, like they won't end up losing this game with that many shots.
I think it's got to be one of the more pressing concerns for Derby's coach, Shaw, right now. Yeah, like you say, if you get 3 or 4 opportunities every offer, eventually you're going to score.
Exactly.
So yeah, Derby probably want to reduce that, and yeah, Loughborough seems it's not just one guy; they're flying in from all over to grab those offensive rebounds. I mean, 22 offensive rebounds already. In the rare position, they've got 16 offensive rebounds. Versus Derby only having 8, so twice as many as Derby. And yeah, I think that's what's helped them to jump out this lead they've currently got. 11 points at the end of the third quarter. The offense still not knocking down the shots on the first occasion, but yeah, 3 or 4 opportunities, they're going to make it count.
If you get that many bites of the cherry, you're going to get it.
Exactly. But equally, I think from Derby's point of view, they'll be pretty confident if they can take that away, that they can start chipping away at this lead, and there's plenty of time to get back on top here.
But I mean, we said before, with the weapons that Trailblazers have, I would never count them out the game. They're making it hard for themselves now for sure, but it's far from over. A lot can happen in 10 minutes.
Absolutely, and we saw in the second quarter that they can score quickly and score in bunches. So yeah, we'll see what they can do coming out at the start of this fourth quarter.
They've definitely just put themselves in the hole though.
Yeah, it's made it a little bit tougher by Loughborough's run at the end of that third quarter. Coach Jaron will be very pleased with how they finished the quarter, and I think they were able to lift the intensity a little bit at both ends. They were flying in on the offensive rebounds, but they were getting good stuff at the other end. They forced Derby into a 24-second shot violation. They got a few steals and takeaways that ended up in points at the other end. So yeah, Loughborough just able to raise that intensity, see if they can do it for the rest of this ball game. Like you say, if they can, they're probably going to be pretty confident that they'll see this out.
Definitely.
And it will be Loughborough that get us going at the start of this fourth quarter. Jonas will inbound. Wild will start the offense as Jimenez gets a rare rest. Gamble in the high post.
Smart double team there.
Absolutely. Brown saw that he was coming from the weak side and was able to take the ball away. Bowman working hard, he's got it back and gets it up and finishes. It didn't look like he had enough room to be able to get up there, but it finishes anyway.
That was a tough finish between 2 players right there.
Absolutely. Bowman showing why, he is a former player of the week. Strong plays like that. Wild, little short. Conway getting out early, running the floor, finishing on the run for 2. Quick 4 points for Derby and back to 7. Wild, under pressure, finds Nduku. Jonas, another offensive rebound for Victor Nduku.
Unlucky.
Defensive stand. I think Ollie Stanley probably gets a piece of that. He is the leading guy in the league when it comes to block shots. Always going to try and change and contest the shot. Smart move. Smith in the low post. You're going to back him down there. Just like that, we're back to a 5-point ball game. Wild. Gamble. Batter it.
Oh, nice move.
Great finish from Jonas Dyer, able to create separation from Stanley and finish at the basket and just stop the run for Derby. We'll go back inside for Smith. Another smooth move. Malcolm Smith getting going here at the start of the fourth quarter. Joe Belak.
Oh,
Great
nice.
Wild splits the defenders.
Oh, lucky with the finisher.
Yeah, can't get the finish. It's a great initial move. Bowman. Little surprised he didn't try and go past Jonas on the one-on-one. The basket was begging to be attacked.
Strong take.
Great move from Stanley. We'll finish off the glass for 2. Coach Jarram's seen enough of this Derby run. He wants to call a timeout. 7:38 left in this fourth quarter.
The Trailblazers definitely came out like how you'd expect them to come out too. Anyway, attacking the basket and they, having some strong takes there, cutting the deficit. What, to 3 now?
Yeah, so we've got a 3-point ball game. I think Derby, early in this fourth quarter, showing why they are a 6-1 team in the league. You don't go away easy.
Definitely not.
And showing a bit of firepower, a couple of defensive stops, and Loughborough's only got 1 offensive rebound so far this quarter. That seems to have stopped and slowed down.
I imagine they must have talked about that and talked about how they can limit the Loughborough to only 1 shot of possession from now on, because they won't be able to win out the game for these last 7 minutes if they keep allowing them 2-3 chances every time.
Absolutely, but Derby able to certainly limit that so far for the nearly 2.5 minutes we've played in this fourth quarter. And I suppose on the flip side, if they can limit Loughborough to 1 and out each offense, they'll be pretty confident themselves in taking the win. 7:38 left to play, and I still don't know who's going to win the game, Raheem. We've got a good one. In terms of that Derby run, what would you be wanting to see from Loughborough to change the tide and get the momentum back in their favour?
It seems like they're not getting, the quality of shots they were getting before. The shots seem a lot more contested now. Maybe if they can open the defense up and then start getting in there and getting men to commit, they can find open shots again like they were before. But it seems a bit more stagnant. Maybe people are just trying to create their own shot.
Derby offering a bit of man pressure here. Gamble. Oh, just rims off. Stanley grabbing the board amongst all the bodies. Captain leading from the front. Smith turnaround is short. Eventually grabbed by Harrison Gamble, probably a little bit fortuitously, but you've got to be there to grab it. Gamble going to work.
Nice.
His lovely little baby hook finish.
Lucky.
Oh, falls off the rim. Normally when we see that from Harrison, it's going in. Smith.
Oh, great block.
Jonas with the block.
Oh, but he's out of bounds on him.
Nduku can't stay in bounds. But yeah, Smith's eyes must have lit up until Jonas came from nowhere to deny it. Baseline offensive play for the Trailblazers. We'll see Bowman inbound. Work the ball to the top to Charlie Brown, looking to start the offense, looking to set Smith up. Basket will count for Malcolm Smith. We'll head to the line for 1 more. If he can convert, he'll tie the game up at 65 apiece. He's working across the lane. I think it's been very obvious that Derby looking to go to him a lot more in this fourth quarter and set him up in that one-on-one in the low post.
For sure, he's hard to contain down there one-on-one.
Absolutely, and he does tie it up, 65 apiece. Malcolm Smith taking over a little bit in this fourth quarter. As we said earlier, one of the best operators at this level for a few seasons now, and the guy you wouldn't want to bet against once he gets the ball that deep. Putting the pressure on at the three-point line as well, so he can defend the guards. But Jimenez does draw a foul. But only Malcolm's third foul. So won't want another one quick, but still got, you know, not that he's worried about yet, I wouldn't have thought. Only 3 fouls.
Nah, definitely not at this stage in the game, but definitely don't want to get another one. Oh.
Once again, Derby will take this takeaway for the back, and Blake Bowman showing everyone that he's here. Putting some on that finish. We were hoping to get to see him take off on the runway, and he managed to show it there. Finishing strong. That's a momentum changer, that sort of dunk. Ball will stay with the Riders.
They can't seem to get anything really good going their way.
No, it's suddenly become a lot harder to come by. I think this change to the man defence from Derby has had a massive effect on Loughborough's offence. They were very comfortable moving the ball against the zone.
Ooh, circus shot.
Gamble on the offensive glass.
Oh.
Will head to the line for 2 shots as the foul is called. Third personal foul. But once again, Loughborough's first shot contested. They did get the second shot, but Gamble again contested. He does head to the line. But Derby making it tough right now for Loughborough Riders to get any offence going. First one is short for Harrison. Interesting matchup that Derby have put Malcolm Smith guarding Kyle Jimenez for the last few plays.
He's certainly someone who can guard multiple positions.
Absolutely. Trying to make Jimenez's life as difficult as possible, knowing that he's one of the heartbeats of the Loughborough offence. If they can contain him, everything probably slows down for the Loughborough Riders.
Double dribble.
Berman loses the handle, calls for double dribble. Doesn't agree with the call, but then I've never seen a player who does, so we'll move on. Bowman will play some defence for his team. Jimenez. Direct off the curl screen.
Unlucky.
Kept alive, but Trailblazers pull it in. Conway. Stops, pops. Shot's a little long. Jimenez. Jimenez gets a little bit of space, puts it up, hits for 3. Gets Loughborough Riders back in front by 2.
That was a much needed shot.
Yeah, Jimenez not getting many looks today. Derby have really chased him off the shot. Arija with a takeaway. Going down the lane, kick out.
Fine.
Ball movement, finds Jonas. Down the lane. Very unselfish play from Loughborough. Jimenez gets his man in the air. Say a great shot fake. Foul is called. And that'll be on CJ Hayden. Going to be his 4th personal foul. So maybe has to, watch his aggression, because most of his fouls have come going after offensive rebounds. So maybe needs to be a little bit more,
especially for these last 4 minutes,
conservative in how he goes about that. Don't want to have to play too many minutes without him in the closing stages of this game. Referee stops the game. I think we have a slight issue maybe with the clock. Referee gets it to where he's happy. 4:15 left to play in the ball game. Loughborough Riders 69, Derby Trailblazers 67. Round in bounds finds Conway. Finds Bowman. Shot clock winding down, gets it off. Off the glass, the bank is open for Blake Bowman. Gets Derby up with a tough shot.
Sometimes you'll just take it any way you can get it.
Yeah, under pressure, shot clock running down. CJ Hayden finishing strong. Getting Loughborough back up. Another lead change here in the 4th quarter. Both teams going after it. Derby now looking to reply. Conway. Hesitation dribble. Works the baseline. Passes to Mark Jarram. Unfortunately, he's coaching for Loughborough. And with that, Coach Shaw will take a timeout. 3:33 left to play in the ball game. Only a 1-point ball game. This is going to go all the way down to the wire. Loughborough up 1. 3:33 left to play in the ball game. What sort of things are you looking for your guys to do at this sort of moment of the game when it's this tight, Raheem?
Sure. It's tough. I mean, it's a very close game. It's really up for anyone to grab here, isn't it? Like there's no clear standouts here for who's going to take this away right now. But the defense and the defensive awareness has been better. I think Trailblazers, they have given up a few rebounds of late, but they did. You made a point. They came out and responded when they really needed to and cleaned it up. But they are letting it slip again. And if they let it slip at this time, you could think that could be their downfall in these dying moments of this game.
Only 3:30 left to play. Is it as simple as the next team that can have a run wins the game, or is there a bit more to it than that?
If a team goes on a run now, that could well decide it. But right now it's just possession by possession for each team. You don't want to let the other team get more than one possession ahead, really. So you expect them to play it both close. And if one team does score, I expect the other team will come back trying to score just as hard.
Yeah, I think we've seen Derby in this fourth quarter go to Malcolm Smith a lot more than they have done in the previous 3 quarters and look to establish him. And I'm sure we'll see that continue. He's getting a lot of joy in that low post. Loughborough really struggling to contain him down there in this fourth quarter as Jimenez gets us going out of the timeout. Attacks the middle, drop off to Hayden, finishing at the basket. CJ Hayden coming alive a little bit as well. Got great touch around the basket, finishing there. Brown, Loughborough showing zone. Stanley spin move, can't quite get it to go. Fantastic move to get him to the basket though. Jimenez slowing it down. In and out dribble. Gets to the basket, off the glass. What handles from Carl Jimenez to create the opportunity. Gets Loughborough up 5.
So if this run doesn't go unanswered, then it could prove who could win the game right here, right now.
Harrison Gamble called for the push. Probably a bit too eager to try and contest the catch for the pass. Be Derby sideline possession. Who will make a switch? Hugo will check in for Charlie Brown. I think so far we've seen that Hugo's a guy that can get to the basket from the 3-point line today, so probably looking for him to be aggressive in the closing stages of the game, and if he can't get to the basket, to start drawing some fouls and getting to the line. Stanley, sweet spin move again, this time does convert. Same move, different outcome. Cuts it to a 3-point ball game. Jimenez pass down the baseline, finds Gamble, rims out. Both teams going for it. Ollie Stanley leaping the highest to grab the rebound. Putting an absolute captain shift for his team today. Finding Conway, cut into basket. Can't get it to go. Will Stell with the Trailblazers. Harrison Gamble last to touch the ball. But did the competitive thing of pointing in the direction that he wanted it to go. Hugo, the inbound. Lob pass finds Smith. Bowman steps back, puts it up. Shot is long. Got to be feeling confident though. He's already hit 3 today. Jimenez showing off the handles under pressure from Hugo. Jimenez finding Gamble, can't quite keep the handle. Referee's going to talk over what the decision is here. I think we're going to go for the ball's bounced on the baseline by Harrison Gamble. No, that can't be the case, as Loughborough look like they're going to be inbounding the ball. Referee just having a discussion what the outcome's going to be here. As soon as we know, we'll convey that to you guys. Last sort of 90 seconds, Raheem, I feel like Loughborough, you know, the more experienced trio of Jonas Diderot, Carl Jimenez and Harrison Gamble looking to work as a three-man offensive unit and keeping it quite tight within those guys. Do you think that's the way to go, or?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we see Carl again finding the spaces and then find the right passes and finding people open, just like he naturally does. So it definitely just comes down to their experience like that, and when the ball's in his hands and then you've got players like Jonas and Harrison ready to knock down shots, it's a great combo to have.
So it will be 2 seconds on the shot clock. Loughborough baseline inbound, finds Gamble, can't get it to go.
Look,
Derby pull the ball in. Bowman, always dangerous in the full court. Conway gets to the middle. Gonna make you pay. You can't allow that guy to get to the middle of the floor. Cuts it to a 1-point ball game. Something that Loughborough have contained pretty well all game, not allowing to do that. Loughborough can't get the ball inside. Derby coming back the other way. Conway. Foul is called, and we'll head to the line for the 2 shots. Foul is called on Loughborough Riders Harrison Gamble. Conway with an opportunity to get his team up by 1 with 55 seconds left to play. Third personal foul on Harrison Gamble. Conway makes the first. Tying the ball game up at 75 apiece. Let's see if he can get his side in front. And he does. Derby on the high side now with 55 seconds to play. Jonas. Gamble handoff to Jimenez. Gets the high screen off of Hayden. Jimenez spins one way, back, steps round, off the glass.
Didn't touch the
and that'll be came off the backboard but didn't hit the rim at any point.
Didn't touch the rim, yeah.
Any points. That'll be a shot clock violation. Derby ball. 29.6 seconds. They've got the ball and the 1-point lead. Bowman looking to establish the offense. Conway waiting for the foul to come, as it does. Jonas committing the foul, send Conway to the line for 2 shots. 17.8 seconds left to play in the ball game.
They had to foul there just to stop the clock running out. Hopefully they can still get 1 shot no matter what happens here.
I suppose even if Conway does make both, it's still only a 3-point game with Loughborough an opportunity to tie. As Conway misses the first shot short. There's a little bit more pressure on this second shot now after missing the first. Second one is good, and unsurprisingly, Coach Jaram looking to take a timeout. 75 Loughborough Riders, Derby Trailblazers 77, 17.8 seconds left. Loughborough will have the ball.
I imagine Mark will he'll probably be trying to get a solid 2-point look for them just to go for overtime, I imagine anyway, but you never know.
Yeah, I suppose that was going to be the question. Would you look to go inside and tie it up, or are you working for the win, or is it guess of just get what you can
I'd like to go for the win and go for a shot for the win. Why not? But I think for sure the safer option would be to get something going to the basket, get a 2, something a higher percentage of drives to the basket that can secure you the overtime spot. And there's still a lot of time to play for, so the next it could be a lot more than potentially one 1 or 2 or 3 possessions, depending what happens. You know, what happens in the next few possessions and whatnot.
Yeah, and I guess if you're Derby, are you sticking with this man? Are you reverting back to the zone that you've played a lot of today?
I'd probably try and stay in man, but I mean, I get why they've gone into it, but I'm not sure. It's difficult to say unless you're out there too.
Yeah, see how Coach Shaw sees the game and what he goes with on the defensive end. I think one thing that Loughborough, if they do work inside, will be looking for that pick and roll, and if Hayden's anywhere near the basket, if he can get open, he's going to look to finish strong and put no doubt on that. Jimenez will start the offense, and here comes Hayden to set the high ball screen. Diderot looking to set a second. Jimenez under lots of pressure finds Arija. Jonas gets it up, rims out, and Ollie Stanley pulls down the rebound. That's a massive defensive rebound for Ollie Stanley, and that rebound might win his team the game. He is of course fouled, so we'll head to the line for 2 shots. And if he makes these, you've got to think it's game over in favour of Derby.
Yeah, pretty much. If he can knock these both down, it'll certainly seal the game.
If you're Derby, you've got to be pretty happy that in this situation it's your captain on the line. First one is a little long, so the door is left a little bit open for Loughborough. Do you think they'd be hoping this goes down so they can use a timeout to advance the ball, or are they wanting it to miss to keep it at 2 points?
I think you'd rather make it, and then at least you can get a solid look at 3 with 2.1 seconds left.
Stanley puts the second one long. Conway gets it to Jimenez, who will let it fly.
Yeah.
And that will fall short for Carl Jimenez. And at the end of our 4th quarter, this very tight ball game of NBL Division 1 action, Derby Trailblazers picking up the win. They will move on to 7-1 for the season. Derby Trailblazers 77, Loughborough Riders 75. But you know, coming into this game as a 2-5 team in the league, Loughborough Riders has got to be taking a lot of positives for pushing such a good team so hard.
Definitely. It was a shame they couldn't quite grind the result out at the end, but they definitely showed signs of that they can beat teams this end of the table on them anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a much improved league performance from Loughborough from some of the recent weeks, and they'll be disappointed with the result but happy with the performance and how they played at certain points in this game. But yeah, you've got to give it to Derby Trailblazers. They were coming into the 4th quarter 11 points adrift, managed to get that all back and just enough more to take the victory. Malcolm Smith coming up massive in the 4th quarter, going to him time and time again, and Loughborough unable to contain him. So yeah, as that draws the end of the game, just want to say thank you very much for joining me, Raheem, and for everyone at home for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's action. There's lots more action around the NBL and WBBL across the course of the weekend, so stay tuned to YouTube as you can watch all the action from around the league. Thank you very much, and goodbye.
Bye.